This is a collection of mostly childhood books that have affected me as a person or a reader. This picture in my grandparents' bathroom matters to me because it is the first thing I ever really remember trying to sound out. When I succeeded, I still didn't know what it meant, but I discovered that I liked the way of how if you put letters together, they make sounds, and if you put sounds together, they make words. Pippi Longstocking I remember reading in 3rd grade. It reminds me of my old friends from my elementary school. It is important to me because it unconsciously taught me that I can still be awesome and loved if I'm weird and different. Dragon Rider is the first big book I remember reading. Sam had read it about 2 years before me, and I wanted to be challenged and read a big book like him. Even if I didn't really enjoy the book, it was still a cool accomplishment for me. I felt like I could take on anything after that. Ivy and Bean are books that are important to me because I remember reading them for hours upon hours. I gained vocabulary, and this book taught me a lot, like how people of opposite personalities can be best friends and they can get through everything together. Where the Wild Things Are sticks in my memory because it was around the first book my teachers ever read to me, and now I know the book by heart. This book empathized with me in the way that it understood that dreams are extremely weird and sometimes scary, but that I'll always have my home to go back to. This book is Secret Series matters to me because my mom would always read it to me and Sam as kids. There was so much mystery, and it fascinated me that even the author's name wasn't real. It brought the idea to me that everything could be an illusion. Each Little Bird That Sings is a very important book to me because it was the first real heartbreaking story I had ever read. I learned more about how important loved ones are and how losing a pet really was. It frustrated me that when I was younger that the main character had to choose between two loved ones. I now understand that everyone has to make sacrifices for the other things they love, no matter how hard it may be. The Very Hungry Caterpillar is memorable to me because everyone used to read it to me. My teachers, my parents, etc. I don't remember necessarily taking in any important lesson away from it because I was so young, but it just reminds me of those days. Penduli sticks with me to this day because I used to make my parents read it to me over and over and over. We would read it at Moosehead Lake, and my dog Cider would get out of the lake all dripping wet, and we'd flatten his ears to his head and call him Penduli. Jan Brett books have been a part of my childhood since I can remember. The way she wrote was so unique, and each page gave me clues as to what was going to happen next. Her books were so much fun to read, and especially with all of my family. Sirius the Dog Star is an important book to me because I had a Newfoundland dog once, just as the character in this book. I really connected to it through my love of dogs. It taught me that dogs are so much more than pets and can sometimes be better family than people. They have such big hearts. Shelf Silverstein poems stick out to me because I've read them for countless years and loved them every time. The Giving Tree taught me important lessons, like to always be grateful of the things that love me, and they will always be there. His other poem books always made me laugh. Reading is a very important thing to me in my life. It has created many diverse emotional memories and shaped my reading experience.